Hey StarCrafters, Wookie here. Thanks for tuning in, and it is a State of the Zerg game. I was on the ladder tonight, and this is my 6th ZVZ in a row. I have done nothing but ZVZ. You're going to see here in the chat how I talk about that a little bit. This time it's against Ehoranster, and I'm 0-5. That is correct. I have not won a game yet tonight. Versus the Zerg, and that's all I've drawn. A couple of guys who were slightly favored, and then the rest were even matches. And we're going to watch this game from just my perspective. I hit the wrong button, so that is Ehoranster's, or Ehoranster. Anyway, that guy's, and he's a very well-mannered guy. Look at that. But that's his vision. That's the last time we're going to see that. We're going to look at my vision, because I need you guys to see what I'm seeing and help me figure out what I should be doing based on the information that I have. Things I'm trying to work on are seeing more of the map and trying to figure out when I should drone, when I should make units. So my first scout into his base, this was the auto click, and you're going to see that I finally look at the mini map and realize I found his base, so I go back and I start queuing up a bunch of stuff, and I see that his spawning pool is much later than mine. So based on that information, what do? I get my metabolic boost right away, and I'm getting my queen right away. I got my my extractor fast enough to where I had the 100 gas right away, but I did not pull. You can see I did not pull my drones, and I go right for a second gas and right into a roach warren. Not sure if that's a good idea, because I know he's got an expansion now. So I'm going to be behind economically, but I can take a unit advantage here if I watch it, if I do it right. I can have my thinking anyway is that I can have a pretty decent advantage and maybe make a strong push and do a lot of damage. That was my thinking at the time. But already I can see just from watching the replay that I'm floating a lot of gas that I'm not using. Have I made any roaches yet? There we go, finally making some roaches, but still heavy on gas. What's the solution? Maybe drop an Evo chamber and start working on upgrades and not get supply blocked. Good grief, Wookie. So I get supply blocked a lot. The income has already dropped significantly behind. I'm behind in workers. And remember, 6 of mine are mining gas. No telling how many his are, but the income. Look at that disadvantage I'm at. So just from my thinking, rewatching this game, if I'm going to take that, go this route where I'm one basing, jumping straight to lair, blocking my ramp like this and just sitting there, probably not a good idea. I kept waiting for him to run up with Zerglings, but he didn't. So I'm being timid. I mean, if I pushed out, the map is so huge, I kind of changed my mind. I started out with this, I will one base and build a big army, and then all I did was keep it at the top of the ramp. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, that is a trap that I fall into quite often. So that's unfortunate. He is burrowing and getting infestors, and I am getting my roach Galil reconstitution and just building roaches. I haven't even expanded yet. We're at 10 minutes. I should be taking my third according to what Bananalisk tells me, and I haven't even taken my first expo yet. And I remember at this point in the game I was feeling like I was super behind, and it comes back to, you can see I did put my Evo chamber here in a defensive position to prevent run-bys, and I was also letting, let's take a pause and look at I'm just sending my Zerglings out, but I'm also letting my previous games of the night dictate my play. I'm not taking each game as something I came to the conclusion after this game. I let the previous game affect the game I was playing now. I would, whatever that previous game or those previous games, however bad I felt about those, the way I lost, I would let it affect this game instead of taking the information I could get and trying to take each game as a separate entity. You can see I haven't been back to this since he first laid it down. I think we contested these towers a little bit back and forth, but at least if not right now, in a second here I will. And so, I mean, in these games all night long, I haven't really been trying to win. I mean, obviously you try to win, but I've been more focused on spreading out and seeing a little bit more of the map and trying to make better decisions. And you can see I'm working on my expansion spotting here, and we're just trading towers right now, the twin towers. Hey, this is Typhon Peaks and it has twin towers. A little bit of a Tolkien nerd, not terrible, but look how small my army is. I feel like we can see he's producing 44 Zerglings right now. I have, I mean, I'm spotting all these expansions, so unless he's expanded to these ones up here or this one over here, he's only on 2 base, and he is significantly outproducing me. We can see my infestation pit is in, and I am getting my ups here. So working on that, but my creep spread for a guy who was, he took out my spotting Zergling there. For a guy who was trying, like consciously trying to see more of the map and make better decisions based on what I learned, I think I could be better at spreading creep. I've got a few queens into play here. How many? Queens, 3. So I'm spreading more creep than I usually do. I'm getting a third, but it's at 15 minutes, and I assume at this point in the game I remember thinking, okay, he's taking that one, so I gotta take this one, because he killed that Zergling that was there. So I strongly suspect that that was coming into play. So now I'm like, just get some roaches, and hope he isn't going hydras. And I mean, how do you sneak in the base and get that info? Should I get an overseer and just pound the back of the mineral line? I think I'm getting set up to go to Hive Tech here, and I mean, my third is just coming in. I'm not getting any upgrades here, and overseers are good. Spore crawlers are good. I'm guessing infestors are good.